Hello YouTube, my name is Dr. Stephen Hume. I'm a chiropractor based in Reading, and today I want to do a third part video on the glutes. So if you haven't seen my previous two videos, then do check them out. This video is why is it that the glutes typically become weak and why it even matters. So to get straight into it, the glutes have three main functions. The first function is to bring your hip backwards, so particularly with walking. The second function is it brings your hip outwards, so it brings your leg outwards. And thirdly, it externally rotates your hip, so rotates your hip outwards. Now the reason why it very often will become weak is because, or the first main reason is because there are many other muscles that will do the function that the glutes are designed to do. So for example, the extension of the hip, so bringing the hip backwards, can be done by the hamstrings and to some degree your paraspinals, so the muscles that go along your spine. The TFL, which is located just in front of your glute medius, will bring your leg outwards, your hip outwards, and your iliopsoas will externally rotate your hip. Wow, it started really raining, so I'm hoping it's not going to get too bad. So if your glutes decide to get a little bit lazy, then you won't lose the function of your hip because these muscles will take on this function. Now the problem is that when this occurs, these muscles will become very tight, dysfunctional, and start causing pain. Now the second reason why your glutes may become weak is because your glutes are in a category of muscles that we call phasic muscles as opposed to postural muscles. So I spoke about this briefly in a previous video. Phasic muscles are more muscles that do large movements, whereas postural muscles are muscles that are designed just to keep posture. And postural muscles will very often become tight or more prone to becoming tight, whereas phasic muscles are more prone to becoming weak. And so your glutes are phasic muscles and so a little bit more prone to becoming weak. And so if you want to train functionally, you do need to target particularly these phasic muscles. So why does this matter? Well, there are a few reasons why this matters. One of the reasons why I briefly just spoke about just now is that when the glutes become lazy, then the other muscles will take on that function. They become tight and that will cause pain. So back pain can be caused by weak glutes. Hamstring strains can be caused by weak glutes. Pain on the outside of the hip or trochanteric bursitis can be caused by weak glutes. So sometimes we can get a pain in a certain area and it's not necessarily that area is the problem, it's because of a dysfunction somewhere else, and the glutes can be part of that problem. Now the other reason why it matters is because a weak glute will cause a loss of control in certain areas of the body. So the most common is probably the knee. Because the glute has a large role in external rotation, if there's a weakness in the glutes, it's going to lose the ability to be able to control the knee, stopping it from coming inwards. And so over time, as you walk and with repetition, if that knee continuously buckles inwards, that's going to put stress on certain areas of the knee. And a similar thing can happen with the ankle. So you need the glute strength for stability. And so a weak glute can cause pain in the knee or the ankle. It can also become a problem, weak glute can also become a problem with your low back. So as we mentioned just now, your glutes will bring your hip backwards. If you lose this ability, your paraspinals in your spine, so the muscles in your spine, will take on that function, and that will then lead to tight muscles in your back, and that can then lead to back pain. So it does really matter. Weak glutes are one of the most common muscle weaknesses that I see, and so it's a really vital muscle not to skip in the gym. And if you are getting some of these issues that I just mentioned about, then maybe think about whether this could be a weakness within your glutes. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I think it's a very important topic. Again, if you haven't seen my previous videos, then do check them out. And now that hopefully you see the importance of the glutes, I've gone through 8 of my top exercises for the glutes in my previous video, so do check that out, because you want to train them in various different ways, because as I mentioned, the glutes do have many different functions, so you want to train them in those functions. So do check them out. Hope you're having a good day, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe for new videos like this one. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.